Hi, my sewing lovers. Do you find it difficult to make a palazzo pant? You've tried and tried and tried, but still no result. This video is for you. I'll be showing you an easy way to make a palazzo pant and also to get a perfect fit. You don't need a zip for this or a waistband, so we're going to be using elastic for this beautiful pattern. If it's something you'd like to learn, please keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please watch to the end to get full benefits. Let's get to it. So guys, the first thing I would do is to draw my perpendicular line, that is my top line and my center front line. So I'll be using the aid of my 100cm ruler because I am drafting a long pattern. So for pants, it is advisable to use a 100cm ruler. So the first thing I would do is to measure my waist to hip, which is 8.5. I would mark it again to get a straight line. Next, I would mark waist to crouch length, which is 12.5 inches. So to determine that, you would sit down on the chair and you'd mark from your waist to where you're sitting down on the chair. So if you get 10, you would add 2 inches so that your pants is not that tight, and when you're done sewing, it's not going to look funny. So if you get 12, you would add 2. Depends on how tall or how short you are, but I think 2 is fine. Next, you would measure your waist to the length. For the length, I used 43, 44, then I used 1 inch for the hem. So the length I used here is 45, so I used 44 for the length, then I used 1 inch for the hem allowance. So I wanted this pant to be very long, floor length, and when your pants are long, it's very flattering and it's so good. Next, I will be marking my hip. So what you're going to do is to measure or calculate your hip divided by 4, which is 9.5, but I want to add ease. Depends on how big you want your pants. So I wanted my pant to be big. I don't want it to be fitted, so you can add 3-inch ease or 4 inches ease. Depends on the design you're going for. For the design I was going for, I added 3 inches or 2.5, so just depends on what you're going for. So 9 plus 2.5 is 11, so you'd mark that on the waist, your hip, and the crouch. Then on the waist, I marked 10 inches because I'm going to be using elastic. My waist is not 40, my waist is smaller than that. Then on the crouch, I would extend that by 2.5 inches. The front crouch, I'm going to extend that by 2.5 inches. Then I will take my curved ruler exactly and do that. So I'm going to measure the crouch line, which is 14. Then I will take that measurement to the hemline. So you can leave that measurement like that on 14 inches on the hemline, or you can make it bigger. You can make it 16 on the hemline so that your pants would flare out on the hemline. But I wanted it to just be 14. I wanted it to be like a straight cut palazzo. So if you want it to be like a flare palazzo, which I would like to also try next time, you can also do that. It's also very nice. So we're also going to draft the back on this. So you would extend 2 inches after the the crouch. So on the crouch line, you extend 2 inches, and that will be the back. Then I'll also extend 2 inches on the hem, because at the back our crouch is deeper because of our bum. So now we have drafted our back pattern. So we have 2 patterns now on this. And also on the top, I'm sorry, my camera did not capture that. I went up by 1.5 centimeter or 0.5 inches. Then I connected that to the waist. So it went like a slanted waistline. Next, I will be drawing the pocket. So for the pocket, you would make sure that your pocket width would be 6 or 5.5. So where your hands are going to go in must be 5.5 inches. Then I would cut out my pattern. So make sure you cut the back first. That is where your extended pattern is. So you must cut the back first. Good. I cut the back. I cut 2, and I also added seam allowance. Then I cut away that extension. And I also cut the top. Yeah, I also cut the top waist. Then I cut the front. Now we have our front pattern. So now we used 1 pattern to make 2 patterns. So you don't have to stress and make another one. Then I cut out that pattern for the pocket, and now I'm cutting 4 patterns for my pocket. So I'm cutting 4 pattern pieces. So make sure your pocket has 4 pieces. And I would add seam allowance around my pocket. You can add 0.5 inches or 1.5 centimeters. So for the pants, I used 3 meters. You can use 3.5 or 2.5, depends on how you are when it comes to economizing fabric. But to be safe, just buy 3 meters for the pants and buy 1 meter for the shirt, or 1.5 for the shirt, depends on your size. So now we're starting to sew. So I would be coming down from the waist by 4 inches, then I would pin my pockets. So I came down from the waist by 4 inches or 3 inches, then I would pin my pocket, right side facing right side. Then I would pin it of 1.5 centimeter or 0.5 inches, depends on what seam allowance you added. So make sure you pin it by the side seam. Can you see what I'm doing? So I went to the sewing machine, I stitched, and I also overlocked that part. Same with that pants. I did that with all of my pattern pieces, the 4 of them. I stitched and I also overlocked that part. Next, I will be doing the back, right side facing right sides. I would be pinning them. The crouch area, pin them. This fabric is very slippery. You just have to be patient. This fabric is very slippery. It's a satin silk. It's very, very slippery. I think that's why I did not make the pattern on fabric, because if you make the pattern on fabric, it will be very difficult. Very, very difficult. So that's why. If your pattern is a bit stable, medium weight, then you are able to make the pattern on fabric. Then this is my front crouch. You can pin it on the 1.5 centimeter seam allowance. Perfect. You're gonna stitch that area. Then take the two pants, place that right side facing right side. So I'll be pinning the side of the pants. Make sure you put them together and also bring out the pocket bag. As you can see in the video, bring out the pocket bag and pin. Make sure the seams are touching the seam, the top seam and the bottom seam, that is the front pattern and the back pattern. So you're gonna stitch like that, then stitch all the way down, and also the other side of the pants. So I went to the sewing machine, I stitched, and I also overlocked immediately. So you don't need any fitting for this if you add it to your hips. Yeah, you don't really need any fitting for this if you add it to your hips, because it's just like a free pattern, so it can fit you. But if you're not sure, you can fit before you overlock. So for the inseam, I pinned them, making sure my seams are matching. I pinned one side, then I went to the other side and I pinned them. Guys, if you like what you see, don't forget to like this video. It's gonna go a long way for me. Thank you so much for stopping by, for watching this video. I really appreciate you. So I'll stitch from one end to the other and from the other end to the other. Next, I would be creating a channel for my waistband. So make sure you measure your waistband, then you're going to stitch a channel. So you're going to fold your waist to the other side, then you overlock, then you're going to sew it. So can you see what I did? I folded it like I'm hemming it, then I stitched around. And also don't forget to leave a bit to pass your elastic, like a 3 centimeter, just to pass your elastic. So for my elastic, I cut 25 inches and my waist is 29 inches. So you can subtract 4 inches or 3 inches because your elastic is stretchy. So I added safety pin to my elastic, then I passed my elastic through that channel I made on the top of my waist. Let me know, guys, if you have any question. I'm here in the comment section. This part also takes a lot of patience. You need to make sure that you don't pull too much, and also you don't pull too much that you pull the safety pin away from the elastic. So you need to be patient while doing this. and also the elastic do not twist. So I'm just going to stitch that part with my sewing machine. Can you see that it's perfect? When I stretch my waistband, I want you to look at the waist measurement. Can you see the waist goes up to 34? Goes up to 34, and my waist is 29 inches, or sometimes it's also 28. So yeah, so I'm going to overlock and hem it. So you can also do the double hem where you stitch it twice, so you can do whatever. And guys, this is the end of this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a matching shirt, a crop shirt. Don't forget to like, give me a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. That means a lot to me. Bye for me.